A man who was no stranger to victory lane, of course, at Indianapolis and at the other tracks. You saw him take the white flag there. Johnny Rutherford, the leader through the initial stages of the race. Then he fell back. At one point, he had dropped back as far as 4th place, and then coming on with the late charge as he was able to overtake Lee Kunzman. And in the first 125 race at Atlanta today, it was Johnny Rutherford coming down the home stretch and taking the checkered flag. Lee Kunzman settled for 2nd. Tom Sneva was 3rd. Gordon Johncock finished 4th. Johnny Rutherford still the leader and getting the white flag right now with 1 lap to go. Johnny Rutherford out in front with Al Unser 2nd. And Rutherford was talking about how important it is today to win in light of the confusion in regard to Indianapolis, the possibility he will not race there. And there is Unser, who may have run out of fuel at the end of the race here. He was in 2nd place.
I think Al Unser has run out of fuel. I think he looks as if he's not in trouble any other way. He's trying to coast himself round here. And of course he'll lose his positions by doing that. But there the checkered flag goes, and Johnny Rutherford.
He's won them both. He won the first 125 today. He wins the second 125 2 hours later.
Rick Mears has to be counting the miles now until he gets to the end of this race. He knows that AJ's on the same lap. He knows that he can't make an error. He's got to stay out of trouble, but he must be praying now. He must be imagining all the nasty things that could happen and think of the thousands of things that can happen, even though the white flag has been shown by Pat Vidan. There's thousands of moving parts in there. Any one of them, oh, nickels and dimes would buy them that could let him down.
Unofficially, we've had our Demon statistician Jay Milligan checking through the record books. It looks like he would be the 2nd youngest winner ever of the Indianapolis 500, the youngest having been Troy Ruttman. And there's Mike Mosley. Well, he's having a little fun unlapping himself there.
Well,
Troy Ruttman. And there's Mike Mosley. Well, he's having a little fun unlapping himself there.
Well, he didn't go very deep there. Rick Mears backed right off and let him through there because obviously Rick couldn't risk coming in contact with him or getting out of line because mental concentration could get the better of him at this time.
Incidentally, AJ's going much, much slower, dropping way back at this point. Looks like he does have a problem. And here comes the checkered flag awaiting young Rick Mears at age 27. He has won the Indianapolis 500 for 1979. There is Roger Penske, the man who owns the crew, and the rest of the guys of the Penske operation. The celebration has already begun.
And the leader, Gordon Johncock, who in 1973 won the Indianapolis 500. In 76 was the national driving champion. And the battle for 2nd.
Dallenbach slows down as Gordon Johncock takes the white flag. Something wrong in Dallenbach's machine. Mike Mosley moves into 2nd place. There comes Dallenbach. He receives the white flag now. But Mike Mosley was able to move around Dallenbach when Dallenbach slowed on the racetrack. It might be fuel. Dallenbach's engine might be faltering.
Here is the leader, Gordon Johncock, out of turn 3, going into turn 4. And he looks for the checkered flag.
The crowd on its feet to greet Gordon Johncock.
And there it is, the 2nd win of the season for Johncock.
White flag coming up, Paul. Indication of 1 lap to go. Still a bit of traffic for the leaders to contend with as they take the white flag. And Mears moving on the inside of Rutherford has Al Unser directly in front of him. Bobby Unser running about 6 car lengths back. And Tom Sneva, who battled so valiantly, looking for his first win since 77, now finds himself fading in the number 3 position.
So Rick Mears with 2 more turns left to go in the race. Car number 9, the Gould Charge, right behind the bright yellow car of Al Unser as they will come to the checkered. Here comes Rick Mears. Only a few hundred feet to go. He could almost coast to the finish. His teammate, Bobby Unser, right behind him. And Rick Mears has won the Trenton 150. Rick Mears is our champion here today.